plays. I just wanted to hop on here, man, while I had time in the middle of this storm to put more people on Wealth Game. And I wanted to just hop on here while I had time. Got my incense going. Wonder can I change the color? I want it to be black and white. What a filter. See if I can add a filter. There you go. Get my color scheme right. And if people come on here, I'ma just answer questions. If people ask me questions, it don't hurt now that I'm figured out how this internet works, man. This is like a part-time job, or I look at it as just another wealth tool to generate income. Most don't look at it like that. I do, man. Now that them numbers started to add up. And this ain't what you think it is in this smoke. Gotta say that as a disclaimer. It's not what you think it is. I'm gonna greet everyone who comes in here because now I know how this shit works. This ain't no good. This don't taste good. I don't know if my core audience is on at this time or not. Normally YouTube pushes this out every hour on the hour. And that's sort of what I wanted to talk about anyway on my YouTube short series. How I wanted to talk about how content is viewed once you upload it, man. Like it showed to a few people from the initial upload, but to gather any insight or actionable intelligence off of the content that is shown, it takes about 48 hours, man. So even the content, if it's actionable or not, the viewer isn't going to do anything with that content until about 2 days, or seeing 2 more additional pieces of content. It's like social media minds, man. And it's the more I dig into how the internet works, the more I'm realizing it really does something to people's minds. I've been at it now for about 7 years. Just psychology and metaphysics, wealth creation, technology, all of the hybrid things that generate wealth. I'm fascinated still on how, being a parent, being almost 40 years old, regardless on how my face looks, I'm almost 40. I'm a war veteran, but my eyes do not hit like normal people eyes. It has been a struggle to be a civilian. I'm not normal. Like, I know what death looks like. I'm not saying it to scare people, but when I tell people my story, and I already have 4 other degrees, like college level degrees, normal stuff, my definition of normal isn't normal in regards to how people operate. I love Braille. I have a passion for blind people and things like that. Like, helping people see money is not as hard as people think it is. That's why I started this YouTube channel, to help people see wealth. And particularly algorithms. My algorithm, if I recommend a channel to someone, it's someone that most wouldn't think are wealthy. They don't look like they wouldn't look like you would think are wealthy, but when you look at their YouTube channel and you hear their story, It makes perfect sense. Not to compare nothing, but to give hope and inspire you to do whatever you desire to do, because you too can make it. That's when I found my purpose. Because the more YouTube channel or more social media pages that are recommended to me, it opens my eyes on the true possibilities that we have as human beings out here to be wealthy. And I try to tell people now on my YouTube channel, you'll be surprised what wealth looks like. It's not money. It's the human beings. It's the human. It's each individual human being has a special thing about each one of them. And each one, whichever one figured out how to monetize it, when you listen to their story, you figure out their wealth thing, and then you adopt that whatever that method they use. They tell you, like, they have no problem telling you how easy it was for them to do it, and all you do is copy them with your thing. It's easy. When you look at it like that, it's easy, and then it allows you to see the truth. And when people lie to you about their thing, when they talk about money, when people make it specifically about money, you can see through their shit when it's not passionate. When you can identify the passion and what the shit they're selling, you can see the truth in their bullshit. Whether it's political, whether it's educational, whether it's YouTube, whether it's an ad, it's the story. Like, what story are you telling? It's their social media mind. When you identify their social media mind, you can peel back that onion and see the truth in what people selling you. If you like this content, that's what my YouTube channel represents. I have to put it out there like that as a black stay-at-home father, because I really know what sacrifice looks like, man. It's what you make of it. Is life worth living? Absolutely, because you have to help people. Once people realize the value in others, and it's deeper than that. Like, once you realize the value in others, that's when you find your purpose in life type shit. It's like, what is the value of that one person in your circle? You find the value in that person when they keep it real with you on some shit they lie about. Whatever they lying about, that's their value. That's what they weak at. It's you start to see wealth principles when you keep it real. It took me, that's also where your failure comes in at. Like, when you start failing, you have to start keeping it real. Most can't keep it real, and that's when people unfollow you. They don't like you. When it stops becoming about themselves or money, they don't fuck with you. And the realer you keep it with them and not make it worth them, they leave. The attention span go away. Like, the moment you keep it real, that's what death looks like, and it's uncomfortable. Like, when you think about shit. Like, when you keep it real about your net worth and you can't calculate it, it makes it uncomfortable. It's an uncomfortable conversation. So if you actually believe you're a millionaire, and like myself, being a multimillionaire, if I can't calculate those numbers, how can I say it? You know what I'm saying? Like, if I can't calculate my own value, how can I say it? Most can't calculate nothing but 60,000. You know what I'm saying? Real changes along with life. What was real when I was poor is different now that we are financially better. It's your perspective. Can't help but grow when you grow. You gotta. It's as simple as the verb speak. If you can't speak financial terms at all, you can't realize your gains. Like, realizing gains means something to a bodybuilder. It means something to a wealth creator. It don't mean anything to a poor person at all. Like, I didn't know that. I didn't know what realized gains mean until I played the stock market game. Now I'm good at that game too. That game makes people uncomfortable. I had to keep it real with myself though. That I was poor at one point and broke. It's uncomfortable, but it's truth. That truth, man. You got to keep it real. You have to keep it real with thyself. That's the best way to put it. Like, the realer you keep it, the truth with thyself inside. I always say it's internal first. Not to go into some spirituality bullshit or religion. It's the I am. It's definitely black stay-at-home fathers. Like, people don't realize how hard it was for me to, like, brand myself. You got to think about what I said. Like, brand myself. I'm a Kappa fraternity member. Like, that's a brand, and this is a brand, and I am a brand. It took a lot to earn them. I earned it. People don't know about that life. So a million is easy to talk about. Most can't talk about it, so it's uncomfortable. It's a mind. It's a lifestyle. It's a mindset. It's deep layers. Most don't know about that shit, and that's not your problem. It's not their problem either. It's an awareness, and I haven't mentioned money since, like, in a minute, since I've been on this live. But that's why I'm here. Like, that's a purposeful mission, like, to know I can talk like this. It's the vocabulary and the articulation of this shit. Like, that's hard. In my belief, to not have an audience at one point, to have 3 now to listen to this shit. That's purposeful. To me, it doesn't take a million, it takes 3 or 1. I just needed somebody to come on here. That's hard to me. Appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Like, subscribe. Not even arrogant, man. I got an awareness. After serving in war, turning water into wine myself, for like a life for a piece of paper in the form of, like, fake money. It's a long story. Once I did it myself, I realized paper money, what it does, what it means when you're at war and you have a casualty, and how you can transfer on an I'm sorry for a paper, a goat for a life. It messed with my brain when I got back to the States. And I'm like, I'm going to be very wealthy in 7 years. I made myself a promise after that kind of shit. People don't know that kind of shit, man. Like, that sacrifice, like, that kind of mind thing that I had to do is some real sacrifice at 20. Like, that's why I said, it's not the stuff. It's the shit you have to sacrifice that make you realize what wealth looks like. When you do certain shit, you're going to be like, those who want the money, if you want the money, the shit you're going to have to do, it's going to open your eyes if you want the money. But if you want the wealth, it's still on the other side of that shit. It's the lesson that come with it. I'm trying, like, it's in my eyes when I put people onto this shit. I be like, y'all don't understand what come with that shit. It's the shit you have to go through to get it. Oh man, shout out to Chloe, man. Appreciate it, man. I'm just trying to do my duty, man. I gotta put the world onto this, because they don't. It's the eyes. If you want to know if somebody keeping it real, ask them questions. Fuck AI. Look in their eyes and ask them questions, because they're gonna tell you the truth, and they're gonna lie to you. You gotta know they're gonna give you both. but it's the eyes. Come on, man. Y'all know I don't play like that. Whoever that, y'all, I don't entertain the craziness. But it's the eyes, man. You gotta keep it real. It's not just mindset, but location matters, the rules. Oh yeah, all of it. The location, it's the being. Like, people don't realize how hard that shit is. Like, go up to, like, it's a challenge. I challenge you to do it. Like, go up to someone and tell them you are worth $57 million and prove it to them. Prove it. Just prove it. Like, do the mathematics. It's that part is complicated because it's exponential equations in there. Like, it's a financial equation. I had to figure that shit out by myself. Like, it's not easy to figure that out. How do you sell $57 million worth of product? You have to know how to do it. So when I spit my shit to people, I have to know what I'm talking about. When I'm taking someone's hard-earned money that I know how hard it is for them to get it, I ensure what I sell them works. I know what it's like to earn their own. I know what it's like to earn their amount of money. Like, regardless on what level it is, whether it's 6 figures, 7 figures, I know what it's like already to earn 6 figures. So if I'm charging them 6 figures, I know what it's like to earn that shit. 7 figures, I know already. I know what it. You can't charge somebody some shit you don't know about. That's my belief. That's a honest belief. No, you have it. I believe you can only charge somebody some shit that you know about. If you don't know about that amount, you should not charge them that amount. How do you accept 6 figures as payment from someone? You gotta be able to say how much it was worth when you earned 6 figures. Like, what did that come with? What did 1 million come with? What does 2 million come with? What does 1 billion come with? Like, if I can charge that amount, I can talk about that life effortlessly, in my belief, if it's about money. But that's intimidating because I know that's an uncomfortable ass conversation. I already been down that road. Most are comfortable talking about 60,000 and below. That's uncomfortable for me to talk about because it's pain with that conversation. Like, 70,000 and below are painful conversations. You got to think about shit. Hell, nowadays, 1 million and below are painful conversations. Yeah, shout out to Chloe again, man. Y'all go follow Chloe if she has a YouTube channel. I got all that shit. I got Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, all that shit, man. Hey, I'm with the kids, man. We in this hurricane. But it's like I said on that short video I made earlier. Like, I'm talking about wealth and teaching people on my YouTube channel. But there are people that are going through a hurricane right now, fighting for their lives. And I'm educating people. I got paid like twice already today. And I'm giving back in my way. Like, life is about perspective. Someone asks about if life's worth living. It's perspectives. Like, I'm literally in 4 places at once right now. It's perspective. I'm a black stay-at-home father, at work, working, giving back, taking care of my wife, who's at work. She works remote. My kids are at school, at home with me as the educator and homeschool. Like, it's a lot, but people don't see all that in the background. Like, oh, you're making live videos. Like, I got a whole kingdom running right now. Like, this work. That's why I love only doing short form content, like the shorts. That works for me, but most don't see the background. Who cares? You got to get your own wealth bag. Like, if people don't know what you're doing, let them ask you questions. That's the only way they get. The only way you get to the bag is if you ask people questions. Already secured multiple bags. Many those who I don't care about bags right now. I care about education. I'm educating because the more people I can educate on how easy it is to get these bags out here with this damn phone. It's not a phone. Let's talk about that. It's not a phone. It's a device. You have a device in your hand. Stop saying phone. It's not a phone. I hate when people say that shit. The world has changed. It's not a phone. You have a device. On your device, it can create income if you use it. If you use it as a device and use it sometimes like a phone. I have to say shit like that nowadays because we built different now. I promise you, we built different. After what happened these past 4 years, we built different, man. If you look at it, if you look at your phone like a phone, you use it like a phone. If you look at your phone like a device, you realize it's a computer in your hand. It's the difference. It's an Apple device and an Android device. It's used as a phone. It could be used, an iPhone can be used as a phone, but it's a device. It's a difference. I promise you it's a difference. If you use it different, create wealth. One creates wealth, one doesn't. It's like user consumer. Like you do both with them. I hope that makes sense. Like I'm not intimidating, but trust me, like I'm not intimidating nobody, but I have to say it because I'm in cybersecurity now. I have to break shit down like that though. Like even when I was a soldier, you'll be surprised how you think people are up there. They don't know. You gotta bust that shit down. There's a difference. All right. Phone. It is phone. However, it's a device too. It does more than you think. That's like I do a lot with my device. I don't even look at it as a phone. So I run my company on my device using my own built technology called Legacy Tech. It's on Amazon. If you go on Amazon, you'll see my book on how I generate income with Legacy Tech. Um, Link in bio. It's been there for a long time, but you'll see just how easy it is to create wealth. If you, I'm not trying to sell you. I'm just showing you like my receipts. Like if you click on the link in my bio and you go to Amazon, it's been there for forever. I've been in business 7 years doing the same shit right here. It's easy. I promise it is. It's an awareness of what you have. Not to be rambling. Y'all need to know. Ain't no struggle out there. If you struggling, mm-mm, we exist. Yeah, yeah. It's no. You don't have to hide from the truth. Any Now I'm not like. Do y'all have any questions? Like, okay, I just want to make sure. Like Chloe said, like I gotta say, cause like this, I have an awareness to how many people like watch my content. Most would be like it's scary. Like I'm in tech, like I have an awareness. Like I know for a fact that everyone who sees my content need what I have, but won't do it because that's how it works. Chloe will agree my shit is higher. That's why she's a fan. She would agree. but most won't agree with what I'm saying that need what I got. That's how it works. It's called social media minds. If you come across content on your device, you're supposed to see it. It's up to you to choose not to do it because you fit the description. It's very biased, but it's AI. I just want to make sure y'all know that shit, man, because if I'm incorrect, that means college is useless. That's just it's not an opinion. That shit is facts. It turns into poetry after a while. Like that's how thorough I am with this shit. Um, but yeah, just to give you, make sure you. I just want y'all to like that's how this world operates with these computers. Like people be like, I was just thinking that, and it popped up on my phone. Your device knows. Like it's your homie. It knows more about you than you think. Um, I know mine do, and that's why I had an awareness to it. I'm like, well, if it already knows all this shit, I might as well feed it everything it already knows so it can give me what I need. So I only feed it shit about money so it can give me wealth. So, like hacking, for example, as a cyber student, I don't use a computer in class. I use my device. Take notes on my device, my phone. Everything is on my device. If people have a concern about getting hacked, I make like myself hackable. So I can learn how to hack people, like how they hack people. So all my stuff is catered towards the opposite. It's in thinking. Just like the stock market. Like the stock market is a way of thinking. It's a contrarian way of thinking if you look at how it works normally. The winners and like those who play the stock market. Yeah. Is anything they is they anything I'm not sure I understand the question, but I sort of think I know where you're going with it. But they talk about psychology, not stuff. Karl Marx and all them, they were individuals that lived during a time of some kind of oppression or some kind of injustice or unclarity on untruth. They were truth seekers, pretty much. And once you start looking at truth, you end up finding out them kind of motherfuckers, like John Locke and Karl Marx and Newton and like who else you'll learn about? You'll start running into metaphysics. When you start looking for truth, you start finding all kinds of stuff, man. You start learning wealth. You start into Dale Carnegie. Who else you run into? Gandhi. If you end up in Black history, you end up finding out about Huey P. Newton when you start looking for truth. You start. Who else? People, uncommon people. When you start looking for truth, people who you were told, um, the Joker, like people, anyone who you were told were bad. When you start looking for truth, you find truth behind their character. It'll be character related. When you look for truth, you find character. I have to say it like that. You find characters and you realize the truth in their character when you look for truth. All people that did shit in the past, when you look for truth, you find character. That's a bar though. Y'all gotta write that shit down. That's just a bar. Um, I'm trying to think of other characters you find. Mine was specific to wealth, so I found those specific characters when I started looking for wealth. Um, it's some other characters you find. Anyway, there Vegeta. People like Vegeta. Anybody who is initially portrayed a villain throughout their lives, you peel back the onion a bit, you find wealth principles. I have to look at it like that. Robin Hood, motherfuckers like that. When you peel back their shit, you be like, oh, that's what wealth is. I highly recommend it from that lens, because that's how I had to look at it as a soldier. Like, as a soldier, when I was faced with decisions that will either hinder me or save lives, I had to think about heroes. Like, what would my heroes do in this moment? And I thought about my favorite ones, like the Joker. Like, what would the Joker do right now if I was the opposition? I had to look at it from both sides. Like, what would the opposition do? Then what would I do? Then I had to push the button, the I believe button. If you're an artillery man, you know what the I believe button is. It's when you put it all on the line. But I had to press the buttons. Most people have never had to do that shit. That's how I know. Like, that's how I know. That's how I know life is life. People don't know yet. They ain't had to push the button yet. Is there anything you would never buy or use? Not that I know of, man. Not that I know of. I'm not aware of everything yet. You know what I'm saying? I can't speak on it yet because I'm only 38. There's still, like, my kids. I have children now. And yesterday I was chilling with my son and we were on YouTube. That's what I'm saying. You get new perspective in life. Me and my son was chilling watching YouTube, and we found a comedy watching some random cartoon. It was funny to me. Now I'm into what he into. I like that shit now. So whatever he like, that's what I'm gonna buy. You know what I'm saying? That's why I encourage people to start doing whatever the fuck you like doing on this internet. Cause you don't know. You think you like shit. You don't know what you like. You don't know yet. You don't know what you like. My son like that shit now, and I do too, especially. Now I like that shit. For now. For now I like that. I gotta give y'all perspective. What's up, son? Come here. Come over this. Speaking of son.
Oh, hello.
What's up, Book?
I see right there.
Come here. Twin. You got bit? Say what's up.
What's up?
But yeah, man. Gotta keep it real. You got to. Make your real life your reality. You got to, man. Motherfucking. Or you gonna struggle like me in college. I don't want to be there. I play that game. So I won those games 3 times already. As a consolation prize, I'm back. Cause I picked the wrong path. Now I'm like, I don't play that fucking game no more. So I'm doing this YouTube shit. Cause I already know it works. But it doesn't depend on me. It depends on time. And I already built the company. It depends on customers. You know what I'm saying? Truth is built. You feel me? You gotta give people perspective. Watch out, son. But yeah, you enjoy college? No, I don't. Why you take it serious? Like, play like quit. It doesn't work like that. It don't.